Once again, good evening to all. We are back here at Sharks. Again, it's Professor Freeze with you. I'll be replacing, that is the Fluffy Meg, Kelvin Anyong. Thanks again to Andy Billiard Cloth, our cloth sponsor here at Sharks. Ayan, magandang gabi sa ating mga manonood ngayon, no, dito sa Sharks. Let me refresh our Facebook Live here on our laptop. Once again, thanks for tuning in. We're the usual viewers. I'll be checking attendance. It's been a while since I've seen Antonio Gabica play. Or actually, it's the first time I'll be seeing him play again since 2008. Canon.
Yeah, you're right. And by the way, guys, if you guys have just tuned in, we apologize again for the technical difficulty we had. Fortunately, looks like things are all back to normal now, hopefully.
Yeah, thanks to our tech team, mabilis.
And of course, Derek Eric Mendoza helping spearhead the tech team. Oh. And yeah, you're right. It's been so long since Antonio Gabica has really been active in the pool circuit. So to see him back again, it's like seeing the past come back to life.
Talagang the past, no? You could have used something different, pero just the past.
Well, I mean, he's reminiscent of the time when I started falling in love with pool. Parang ganon.
Well, that sounded like a miscue.
Yeah, did. And of course, right now, still a lot going on here, but Antonio Gabica pulls out the extension, and he's hoping to make this 3-8 count.
Well, earlier I saw the score was tied at 8 apiece. Somehow, Francisco Bustamante, ilang break and run outs ang ginawa niya?
Actually, it was more a case of the break and runs have been rather rare. What really happened was a bunch of small errors that built up over time, small miscues by Antonio Gabica that Django took advantage of and built into that 7-rack lead at one point.
Well, interesting. A lot of miscues. So, he must be worrying about that tip, maybe.
That could be. By the way, I actually saw a fan earlier mentioning that Django is still using a bare playing cue. Is that the one brand that you're seeing there from Django? Not sure.
Not sure about that. But definitely, he doesn't use a low deflection shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Ito si Django, old school.
Yes, he is. Give him a low deflection shaft and he'll probably poke you in the eye with it.
Anyway, there you go. That's Antonio Gabica after a foul there from Bustamante. Inubos.
Ayan. And the very hungry Antonio Gabica saying, I'm not done yet. And remember, this is a race to 30 for today. And we will be right back with Gaga Gabica breaking right after this.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
And by the way, if you haven't had an Cisco Django Bustamante, well, check this out. He gets paired with the Warrior Warren Kiamco and Antonio Vice leading in another 3-in-1 action-packed match. That's coming soon here to Sharks.
Yan na nga, the veterans.
Veterans talaga eh, no?
Ah, the veterans, yan yung mga, alam ko sila yung magkakabatch eh when it comes to generation.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they all hit pro roughly the same time, roughly within a few years of each other. So they all made their names at that time, and that's why we so closely associate them with each other. Like parang batchmates, ika nga, if you could call it that.
That's right. Let's greet here a number of people. Boying Santos, magandang gabi. Jackie Diamond, good morning. Good evening to you from the Philippines. Great seeing Django and great seeing Gabica as well.
That break is brought to you by Andy Billercloth. Man, there's nothing like seeing that break just flick it all the way up the foot.
Yun nga, no, yung pumapalo pa yung paa.
It's it's signature. I think you were suggesting earlier that maybe we should pull out a speed gun, get one from Lazada, and point it just to see how fast they're pulling their brakes here.
That's right. Well, looking like a nice layout for Gabica this time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the only reason that Gabica fell into that deficit was because he did make he did have some consecutive racks where he made some little errors that Django took full advantage of. But the good news is it looks like Gabica is starting to hit his stride again. And of course, also watching on Facebook is Jose Full Swing Sets Toso Coronel saying, good evening, sir. Watching all the way from Muro de Alcoy in España. Viva España.
And Miss Elaine here on YouTube Live. Hello.
Well, I guess it would, hopefully the rest of the Shark Shiver will join in again. Like Trish Durbin was here earlier. Keith Lundy also just joined earlier. And we're hoping that the guys will come back. In the meantime, Antonio Gabica.
Ito nga pala, no, Canon, si Antonio Gabica was a runner-up on the maybe 5 years ago World Nine Ball Championship.
Yes, that was 2013 against Thorsten Hohmann, the hitman from Germany. But still very worthy finish for Antonio Gabica, winning that rack. And the next guy to break will be Django Bustamante, as Antonio Gabica showing us just how to finish off a good break with a break and run. We'll be right back with Django breaking after this. Oh, and of course, looks like someone that you've been waiting for is coming soon.
That's right. Earl of Strickland. Ito, papapicture tayo dito, partner. I mean, that's
Yes.
maybe one of the few things or privileges that we do get here when we do work in the broadcast production. At least get to meet your idols back
Yes.
in the early 2000s, late 90s. Well, Earl the Pearl Strickland, kahit na tumanda na siya, no? Earl is still Earl.
There's no two ways to say it. The Pearl is here to Sharks, and we hope to have more info on what he'll be doing here at the Mecca very soon.
Sabi nga nila, no? Borderline genius, borderline, ano ba? Insane.
Well, they say that genius and insanity are kind of brothers in the whole thing. So, you know what? I guess I should consider it a compliment to him. And that break, by the way, is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth.
Kasi alam mo, even before when Q extenders were even being used, yung mga sinasaksak sa butt end ng Q,
Mhm.
those Q extenders, Earl Strickland was already using a 65, I think it was a 65-inch Q.
Ah, yes. I heard about that.
Mm.
So he was thinking ahead, and he also became one of the earliest pros to make pool gloves popular as well.
Exactly. Pool gloves, talagang very innovative. He has a lot of things going on dun sa kanyang mga ini-eksperimentohan, no? He experienced a lot of things. Tapos, well, interesting. Gusto ko siya makitang naka full gear, no? Yung mga weights niya sa katawan.
Yung battle gear niya.
Yung battle gear niya, yung
Yes.
mga finger extenders, yung sana ganun na ganun yung suit
Oh,
niya.
I'd like to see him just step in the door one day, and then he'd be like, "Where am I, guys?" And by the way, Paul Trilliana Manalo saying, "Boss Idol, pa-shoutout naman, watching here in Pampanga. May pabengi kay kayungan, kumusta na kayo? At salamat king support tayo, King Sharks, the Mecca of Pool."
And we also would like to greet a number of people here on YouTube. Welcome back, GWN. And is this Spanner Austin from Ireland?
Oh, all the way from one of the loveliest islands in Europe. Great to see you join us, GWN and Spanner Austin. Thank you, guys. And Terry Teresa also joining the party, saying hello, Canon and Professor Freeze, and hello to the production crew.
Anyway, here is Bustamante. That was a nice run out. Now getting on to 17, Francisco.
Winner, Francisco Bustamante.
And now Django trying to preserve that lead as he picks up number 17. And we are going to see Antonio Gabica back to break right after this quick reminder.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
Guys, once again, it's SVB matching up against three of the best players that we have currently here in the Philippines, Orculio, Biado, and Corteza.
And of course, the first battle siege is going to bring back quite a lot of memories, but the one I'm really excited about is seeing the Slayer, see how he stacks up against one of the best players that America has to offer.
Well, I'd say Shane Van Boning is the best ever in America.
Arguably, yes.
Arguably, in my opinion, sa lahat na napanood ko, I mean, I haven't watched too much pool in the early 90s, but in terms of how the sport has progressed, advanced, yung skills, the skill set, the training regimen that this guy does, SVB, to me, so far, he is the best player America has produced.
That's right. And he proudly carries the American flag. But meanwhile, going back to the Philippines, here's this break brought to you by Anti-Billiard Cloth.
Watch the foot at the back.
Alam mo you know that kick, Professor? It reminds me yung sa sipa, yung parang black magic kick
Black
ba yan?
magic, exactly, no? Maybe somebody might do a meme here.
I mean, if somebody puts a meme and then inserts yung graphic ng sipa, yung gawa sa washer at saka balot ng candy, pwede yun.
Well, not sure if he can see enough of this one ball. I think he's gonna have to swerve this. He's putting a lot of left, swerving into the one ball. You can see, ayun, nawipis.
Wow, look at that
Ayun
shot.
nga,
Amazing.
Buti na lang 9 ball yung laro, no?
That's true. That's true.
Well, if this game were 10 ball call shots, that would have counted, but
Well, 9 ball allows for a little more luck to come in.
yeah, and the term SVB used actually is slop allowed. Slop, that's what he said.
Yeah, I remember that term. And also, Ame Baskinron saying, good to see Gaga playing. Sila yung mga napapanood ko sa 9-ball tirador dati. Tsaka si Bebeng Gallego. Nice.
Oh, yun nga, yun na yun. Tirador, grabe. 19 kopong-kopong.
Aha, yes. Yung ano may tawag dito? So old school, but sometimes old school, it can be great school.
Old is gold.
Winner, Antonio Gabica.
And break and run finish for Antonio Gaga Gabica. What a run. As he picks up his 14th rack and cuts the deficit down to just 3 racks. And we will be right back with the return of Django Bustamante to break right after this.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Cool Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Once again, here at Sharks, we are currently using this kind of table that is an accurate table designed by MR Sung and engineered by Rason Billiards.
That's a pretty table. And if you want to get one for yourself, just contact Jonathan Sanchez at 0920-923-8752 or email govman10@yahoo.com.ph to get your accurate table.
3 points leading here, Francisco Bustamante. So we'll see. This may go on for quite some time. But this time, wala yung we don't have the special rules push out after the break. It's all break and runouts. Exciting for competition and exciting para makita yung kung gaano sila kalulupit.
Yes.
Sumargo.
It's basically played how you normally would with the standard rules. Anyway, that break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. And here's the thing. We're going to see Django with this shot on the one.
Going real first there, Django.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bit off the mark, though he doesn't sell out.
Yeah. Still gonna give Antonio Gabica something to plan for here.
Might be going for the 8 for cover using the 8. Nako, double kiss. Never expected that.
That's not gonna help his cause. And it looks like Django starting to smell blood on his side on his side of the river.
Good.
Ooh, that didn't look good.
Well, second try here for Gabica. This time trying to use the 8 and the 9 for cover. But, well, second try for Bustamante using that bridge. A miscue earlier, but...
I think he might have revealed something here.
Possible safety once again. Maybe wants to use the 4, send the 3 to the rail where the 4 is close at. And use the 7 maybe?
Yeah, and he'll use the 4 as well for additional coverage.
Ayan, batiin natin, Mr. J.R. David. Ayan, isa sa mga kalaro ko yan, At
Uy, nice.
The pool hall in Cainta. J.R. David from Antipolo City. Ayan, shout out. Saturday Tumbukan at Jacinto Street. Mambugan. All goods in the hoods. Ayan, thanks Mr. J.R. David.
Yon.
This time using the 5 ball. Well, the bump on the 9 won't help. Okay, a bit thin of a hit there, Bustamante. Giving another chance. Anong tawag doon? Nagbabalikan sila, no?
Yeah. Well, I hope he's not trying to make it sweeter the second time around with this. And also, and over on Facebook as well. Good day, gandang gabi kay Artemio Sermise or Sermise, I think. Did I get that correct? Hopefully you're doing well.
Wait a minute, partner. Wait a minute. That wasn't something we expected from Gabica.
No?
Hindi naman mahirap yung tira na yun, pero
Somehow.
somehow, yeah.
Looks like he's gonna do some stretching.
And saying hello to Mr. Boying Santos. Ayan, naglalaro pa pala si Idol Gaga. Ayan, ida pa si Nicoy Lining. Ayan, naglalaro din dito yan. Malapit na.
Oo nga pala, he'll be joining Django and Warren Kiamco when the veterans na salpukan, the three-man battle, the three-pro battle rather.
Nice stun. Well, Bustamante should be getting on to 18. 3 balls away and therefore...
Sorry?
3 balls away and therefore...
Well, that's a good one. Is it safe? I'm not sure if it's safe to say just yet, but all I know is there's a whole lot that can still happen.
Winner, Francisco Bustamante.
Well, there you go. Bustamante after a sorry miss.
And coming up next to break, it will be Antonio Gabica. As he missed on that one, we'll be right back after this.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Call Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
And we're hiring for the following positions: graphic designers, data encoders, proofreaders, commentators, just like me here, Professor Freeze. We also have the Fluffy Meg and the Great White Shark, Mr. Safe to Say, AJ Ong, the Transporter, Dennis Po. We also have Patrick Suave, Santa Maria.
Yes, sir. Let's not forget some of our other guys like Noel Luis Cachapero and Juan Ryan No Invite Serrano, who's also part of that club from time to time.
And US commentator Deadstroke, Nick Agbisit, nanonood ka ba dyan?
And of course, the one and only Papa Jusco Lord, Prince de la Peña too. Lots of guys.
That's right. So eventually, dadami ang mga events ng Sharks and we're gonna be needing your help here. So if you think you can do this job, we're gonna want to see you here and hear from you in the commentary booth.
And that break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth, and looks like he's got a nice little shot on that one.
Ayan, batiin natin si Mr. Joseha and Sir Jopa. Magandang gabi. Pasensya na kayo, sir, ha? We're not really sure how to answer your question kasi kami dito. We're just pretty much focused on the game. So, best tanungin yung mas nakakaalam dyan. Okay, nice break there earlier from Gabica, and this looks like we can assume.
Mm-hmm. He's in great shape to finish this whole thing off.
Well, he's gonna bounce off the foot rail using inside maybe, or looks like he's using inside here. And no, the risk having the 8 in the way, well, is now dealt with.
And lands almost perfectly on this 6. And over on Facebook, Ryan Galanida saying, shout out po mga sir. Watching live here from Germany. Dating balyerista ng Cagayan de Oro City. Salamat sa live po. Walang anuman at syempre, thank you for supporting us here at Sharks. Sa inyong pagsubaybay. At syempre, proud din kami dahil si Django, matagal siyang nasa Germany at nagpapakita ng gilas.
Nine ball down, and there you go. That's Gabica.
So that's just a 3-rack deficit facing this man right here. And by the way, let's just greet, of course, good evening to Deadstroke Nick Agbisit. He said here, just tuned in at mention agad unang narinig. Good evening, Professor Freeze and the Great White Shark.
Yan na nga. We miss you here, Sir Nick.
Yes, we do. And by the way, that's going to mean that Django will be breaking next. And we will be right back with the continuation of this 2-day Race to 60 showdown after this.
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
And again, April 2 is the last date for registration for the Philippine 9-Ball Open. And I would like to thank my good friend here, Canon, for sponsoring me my 300 Philippine peso registration fee here in the Philippine 9-Ball Open. I'll do my best, Canon.
Anything for you, partner. Anything for you. Just make sure that you at least get into the top 32 and we're even.
I'll win it all if I can.
Yes, please. And of course, but and by the way, if you want to, and by the way, I think since you're already a BMPP member, I assume that it's just the entrance fee I need to worry about for you, right?
That's right.
Perfect. There you go. But that's just, we want to make that clear. And by the way, to clarify, that fee at the BMPP, that's good for the full year, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's the membership fee for the whole year.
That's sweet. That break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth.
Well, nice break there from Bustamante and Mr. Teresa. Well, Canon really, if you get to meet him, he's going to sponsor you for a certain match. He will.
Well, again, I'm here to support my amazing friends, especially the guy next to me holding the mic and just chilling watching the game. And as for Kelvin, we're still negotiating a partial settlement here.
Oh, sorry, miss. Well, Cuba was on the rail. He had to put a lot of spin to get some action off the two, off the cue ball of the two. So kind of giving a chance here for Gabica to get to inch closer.
Hmm. And by the way, just a quick reminder to Kelvin that we were supposed to actually just be the ball cleaners there, right? Come on, man. Really? You want to join now? Anyway, Archie and MM also saying thanks for the stream, Sharks team. Nice to see na binalik nyo yung break and run out format. Well, we're happy to do what we can here to bring you the best pool action from all over the world.
Yeah, number of varieties on the rules help as well. Improve the competition, yung challenge, no? Yun naman ang mahalaga eh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, the rules push out after the break or push or safety after the break. Maganda din siya, no?
It is.
We've been so spoiled watching break and run outs. Sa totoo lang, nawala yung tactical side niya.
Yes.
Especially in the game of 9-ball, kung saan madaling makashoot sa break.
Exactly.
Diba?
Exactly. The beauty of that rule, that modification is that it puts the players on more equal footing, and it lessens the possibility of a lucky break causing the match to skew heavily too much in favor of one player or the other.
That's right. The breaker is always, I would say, in my opinion, the breaker will always have the upper hand in this kind of format. So here he is. Although he wasn't breaking, he didn't break earlier. Somehow Bustamante failed to make that two. He now has 16, Gabica.
Yes, that's right. And well, Elaine said Gabica can catch up now. Well, he's doing just that right here. And of course, over on Facebook, Lynn Polinar says, shoutout po, napuyat po ako kagabi sa Shark Game. Ang ganda na laban. Congrats to Dragon Anton Raga. And salamat sa pagsubaybay mo, Ian. And coming up after this, we will see Gabica breaking, and we'll be right back. Quezon State 10 Ball Open is another event that we are offering here at Sharks. Registrations open until April the 8th. For more details, just visit Hard Time Sports Bar at 59D Timog Avenue, Barangay South Triangle, Quezon City, and visit anytime between 3 in the afternoon up till 3 the following morning daily. And of course, registration fee is just 300 pesos a week. And this game is under the supervision and regulation. This tournament is under the supervision and regulations of the Games and Amusement Board of the Philippines. So we hope you guys will enjoy this major event we are bringing you only here at the Mecca of Pool.
Break.
That's true. That's true right there, because now this is the break brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth.
A very nice break there, Gabica. Ilan ang na-shoot niya? He made 2 balls and it's a game of 7 ball this time.
Yes, that's right.
And an easy layout, and a fairly easy opening shot here for Gabica on the 1 ball.
And getting to the 2 should not be an issue.
Yes, getting into 2. Doesn't want to be too straight here.
I think he's got a little angle to work with here.
Just a bit. Well, thanks for your opinion and comments here, Mr. Archie and MM. Ayan, talaga naman, no? Maganda din naman yung may pag-asang humabol sa mga break and runouts. But in in the format where there's a push out or a safety, talaga namang iingatan mo lahat sa simula pa lang, no?
Mm-hmm.
And it would take a lot of thought process na para sa atin mga amateurs, tayo no, talagang kakapusin because kahit gaano tayo mag-isip,
That's right.
that push out is a gamble, no? Parang it's a gamble both ways for the opposing player and the player pushing out.
That's right. It's technically a double-edged sword there. That if you do it too well, it's gonna put you in trouble. But if you don't do it well enough, it's gonna put you in trouble as well. So you have to really think about it like what ifs. There's lots of the what ifs.
Yun nga, yung push out na yan. I mean, anytime I push out, kunwari ako yung naglalaro, whenever I do push out, I don't want to put the cue ball in a situation or in a position where my opponent would automatically give it back to me.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
At the same time, ayoko rin naman ibigay yung push out in a position kung saan talagang kukunin niya.
That's exactly the problem. Which is why if you go for the push out, you gotta have a plan for both situations. And we'll be right back with Francisco Bustamante to break.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
Well, here we are presenting to you the winners of tag team. Earlier today, we had Johan Chua and Dominic Consulta as the winners against Raji Patalinhog, and I believe that was Patrick Gonzalez, their opponents
Mm-hmm.
in mixed doubles, amateur and pros.
You're right. That was it. And of course, Kelvin was there to witness all the action from the amazing to the side-splitting comedy that happened as well.
Ano ba nangyari doon?
Well, I'd let Kelvin explain the whole thing.
Kasi kanina ng kwentuhan, nung may nakalinya na possible combination, Johan Chua was actually instructing Dominic Consulta to go for a safety. So, nung sinisipat na ni Johan kung saan magsa-safety, biglang sinabi ni Dominic Consulta, titirahin ko na to sabay tira. Buti na lang pumasok.
Anyway, here's a break brought to you by Andy Billard Clock. Well, that indeed was funny. Sana nandun ako nung nakita ko yun. No? I mean, alam mo totoo lang, no? I saw the end of the match. Dominic Consulta making the last ball, less than ideal position on the 9.
Mm-hmm.
Na-elib na lang si Johan Cho kay Dominic Consulta eh.
Talagang he could not keep a straight face through the match dahil talagang he was like, okay.
Oh, napangiti na lang eh. Talaga naman. Nick the Quick.
Tsaka Prof, ang nangyari nito, it was the first time that I saw Dominic Consulta calling for an extension. Right after the shot clock reset, he called for an extension but didn't use it anyway.
The guy doesn't need an extension. Dominic Consulta, one of our amateur players. Nick the Quick.
He should actually be called for a foul whenever he tries to use the extension.
Well, siguro no, instead of an extension, how about time reduction?
Time reduction. Let's make it a 15-second shot clock for... Oh, no. Production counted him as averaging 6 seconds per shot. So if he goes beyond 6, then we will call a foul on him.
Ayan, batiin natin no, habang inuubos ni Gabica ito. Excuse me, Francisco Bustamante, Mr. William Dotilios. Ayan, shoutout kay Boss Arnel Bocao. Manager ko sa Hilongos, Leyte, pati sa Bilyaran, sa Palumpon, Leyte. Mr.
Good.
Janjan Habagat. And also, thank you again to Mr. Archie and MM. Ayan, so thanks for tuning in always, sir.
Yes. And of course, thank you for your support as well.
Winner, Francisco Bustamante.
And Django pulls his lead back up to 2 racks with that run. And looks like we are going to see Gabica back to break right after this.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Call Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Well, this was yesterday. We had Ferdinand San Andres, the winner. Presenting you the winner of Sharks Nimble Showdown March 18. That was Saturday. Tama ba?
That's right. And congratulations to the Black Unicorn, who also won, leading the trifecta. And the trifecta topped with this guy, Gary Alfonso Arago, and the assassin James Lim. So that's a 6-1-10 finish for our trifecta. Congratulations to the guy that we actually gave the his moniker. And
once again, leading by 2 points. It has been trimmed down to just a point by Gabica, but anyway, here comes Gabica.
Break.
that break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. Ayan, lumabas na naman ng Black Magic Kick ni Gabica. And by the way, Shin Chik Yu saying, shout out po kay Jean Gabica.
Well, with that powerful and effective break from Gabica, it looks like, once again, a fair chance for him to run out. Ano kaya to? He's gonna force it. You can see he is queuing very low. Quite a shallow angle going to the 5. Ayun, pinitik. And that was the problem there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always the risk. Sabi nga ni Sir Nick Agbisit, when you try to force the English on a shot, it can really affect the dynamics and the accuracy.
Ganun na nga. That's what I call always a compromise. Ganon. So, whenever you play shots, every time you use, let's say, spin, you're required to force the cue ball off, let's say, the 6 ball. Ayan, so pepektos ka. It always compromise your shot making abilities.
Uy,
Just like that.
Yun ang nga yung sinasabi ko.
Well, it cuts both ways.
That's true. So he landed just a bit too straight there on the 6. He wanted to put inside spin, top inside spin, getting to the 7. Too bad it hit the point.
And well, looks like he's gonna go. Oh, I like this.
And to make a point here, alam mo, Canon, whenever I do watch Efren Reyes, kung saan niya nilalagay yung pamato niya, whatever he plays position, Efren Bata Reyes,
Mhm.
he places or he locates the cue ball where he doesn't have to force a shot. So laging sakto lang.
That's
Diba?
right. He always puts it in the position where it has the least resistance. I think
Oh.
I think that's what you're talking about here, right, Prof?
Oh, less risk, best, kumbaga, paano ba sabihin to? The ideal cue ball position, lagi nakukuha ni Efren.
Uh-oh, where's that going? Oh, wow. On the knife edge there.
Yun na nga. So what happened there was he was just a bit too straight on the 7. Puinersa niya ulit, no? Papunta sa 8.
Right.
He fell short. And he had to put a bit of spin this time. Almost scratched. But, ooh, grabe, no? I mean, surprising rack, a lot of drama. There you go. Well, this 9 ball, not an easy one. Pero si Bustamante, he's a really great banker. Is he banking it? Looks like it's a bank.
Seems like Antonio Gabica would be having a heyday for this shot. And that's 9 ball down for Antonio Gabica. Pahabol lang. My good friend and colleague at work, Easy, ang pinaka-pogi sa floor, Easy Lastimosa. Pa-shoutout daw. Watching from Bacoor, Cavite, with the boy, Pabs, Aloy, and Andre. Happy viewing, brother. See you on Tuesday.
Well, one of the few times Francisco Bustamante fails to make a bank there, especially on the money ball, leaving an easy 9 ball for Gabica, for him to once again trail by just a point.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. Battle tested. A warrior spear. Cod jump cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Break.
That break is brought by Andy Billiard Cloth, and nice spread on the balls. Although not sure if he's how much of the one he can see.
Looks like you can see all of the one here.
Okay.
But, okay, if he puts a bit of stun here or draw, I just think he can see enough the two right after. Mukhang kukontrahin, no? He's gonna play a safety. What a shot.
Mm-hmm.
What a shot there.
So he's gonna force him to go for a distance shot here.
That's right. Might be seeing another safety attempt by Gabica. Tawid dagat, no? A snooker safety.
Mm-hmm.
Send the one ball in the foot rail. Have this cue ball just stop before the 5.
Ayan. That is nice.
Speed control was the key.
Perfectly executed. And again, Elaine, thanks so much for your feedback. We're happy that we were able to get that sorted. And meanwhile, Smikoy Opalia is also sharing their support for Mr. Antonio Gabica. And thank you for supporting us here at Sharks. Nice shot hit there, but it looks like a sell on the one.
Okay, so a miss there. Gabica. Not sure if that 2 ball would pass the 5. Hindi ako sigurado, no? Pero lucky, I think. Didn't sell out here for Bustamante.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, over on Facebook as well, our cameraman Rodel Alcantara saying, Sir Canon, pa-shout out daw kay Sir Kim Segovia na magaling na technical director at siya sumula sa akin sa camera since yesterday. Well, yon. Siyempre, paparecognize na pa rin natin si Mr. Kim Segovia. We'll make sure he gets recognized. And hope you're doing well, kay Sir Rodel Alcantara.
Wow, as you were greeting Rodel Alcantara, Bustamante came up with a nice kick safety.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Gabica had just maybe enough for him to go rail first, putting a bit of swerve. Kaya lang, no, he lost position on the red 3.
Yeah. Oh, and well, that loss of position. That quite a heavy blow there.
Yeah, and this changes things right now. 7 will block that 5 ball for an easy shot. Bustamante can easily make the red 3, but for the 5, baka paikutin niya, no? I mean, I think he can bring that cue ball 2 or maybe 3 rails back to where it is right now.
Wow, that was close. But somehow managed to get a bit of defense going there. where's that going? Oh, it's gone.
It's
Wow.
gone, and
So is position on the 5. That's
yun na
gone
nga.
too.
Too bad. Gabica just couldn't get a break here to tie things up.
And we'll see that again. Look at that amazing shot.
And well, he's gonna have to sell out right now for Bustamante.
Mm-hmm. Sadly.
He's gonna have to draw though, Bustamante, and ideally he'd like to be drawing up until the head rail. So pepuersay niya to, no? Up until the head rail.
And again,
Naku
that
lang.
puts a lot of risk. That's a very risky maneuver. But like you said, when you're in a less than ideal position, it's going to there's a chance of it messing your shot.
Sounded like a miscue there on Bustamante's draw shot. May pasok to, ano? Percentages are always in favor of Efren Batares making this 6 ball as well as...
And speaking of Efren,
Yeah.
well, I think we just quoted Efren one too many times, and it's like Rumpelstiltskin. Say Efren's name one enough times, and a shot comes to life.
Kaya nga. And but anyhow, Bustamante has been the protege for so long kay Efren, no?
True.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. But while we're doing that, sabi ni Jimboy Rojo, pa-shoutout sa Navotas Bossi ng Marinduque. And of course, maganda pa rin. Thank you for tuning in. Now as for Jeff Seifert, he went for the 9. You're right, and looks like he's going to leave Antonio Gabica a possible bank here, or he might go for a counter safe. Oh, look at that bank. Ooh, almost made it. And by the way, to answer Jeff Seifert's question, all we can say is just enough to bring these guys over to the Mecca of Pool. That's all the information we have. Just enough to make them say, I'm in.
Winner, Francisco Bustamante.
Kay Kuya Rodel, again, I just greet only the people who are mentioned. But again, you have to be specific. I'm not a mind reader, sir. Anyway, we'll be right back with the next rack featuring Antonio Gabica to break. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
RoboCop Dennis Orculio squares off in our classic rematch against Antonio Gaga Gabica. Relive the moment from the Motolite International 9-Ball Championship as these two face off. Surigao del Sur battle Cebu, only here at Sharks.
Break.
That break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth, and this might be one of the crazier looking breaks. The balls are clustered on one side, the 2, 6, and 7. 4 is next to the 8. And it looks like only the 1, 5, and 9 are in relatively good positions near pockets.
Well, kick safety. Hopefully, he was trying to send the 2 ball just by the foot rail, but consolation here. Maybe the 9 is partially in the way. What do you think?
Ooh, this is gonna definitely really test my mental cap thingy. But yeah, ooh,
Winning the safety battle.
that's right.
Bustamante. I think he's gonna have to play another safety.
And the thing is, there's a lot that can happen between here and later.
Or maybe he can make the 2 first and play the cue ball off the 4 behind. Okay, yun na nga, no? He went for the safety.
Oh yeah, he decided to play hide and go seek using the 6 ball, and he tags him. You're it. Go for it. It looks like Gabica can still see just through that narrow window. Well, he saw it. Oh, and it nearly went in. Oh my goodness. Again, some guys just see the stuff that we don't always see. I mean, I have 4 eyes, but even I'll admit I can get pretty blind at times.
Wants to use the 4 here. This, well, he overshot.
Yeah.
Seems like Antonio Gabica might play a stop shot on the 4 using the 8. Unless, of course, he can pocket that. 6 is still going to be a problem, though, so let's see. Well, with this angle, it looks like maybe it will pass. But the safety looks to be easy.
That's true. The only problem with the safety is going to be bringing Django back to the table. So he's got to really play this. And look at that. That is beautiful.
That was a touchy shot, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
You had to hit the cue ball precisely and make sure not putting a lot of bottom, not putting a lot of forward, just simply holding that cue ball where the 8 was.
And it paid off. That very touchy, precise shot paying dividends in picking up a ball in hand situation.
That's right. He can draw now off the pick 4, develop the 6, and maybe get some kind of position for the 5. Wait a minute. He doesn't look like he's going to break up that cluster. Interesting. Want to see how he plays the 6.
That's right. Oh, that was interesting, but will it be enough? That's the
Well,
big question.
Mukhang sakto lang, no? I think he has maybe just enough room for the 6 to pass the 8.
you go. And over on Facebook, Chin Franco says magandang gabi at magandang gabi din sa'yo. And it looks like Antonio Gabica has another rack to pull himself to within one.
Winner, Antonio Gabica.
And Glenford Facun asking ano yung pocket size ng mesa mga idol. Dito sa Acura tables engineered by Rason Billiards, pocket size is 4.25 inches, so 4.25 po ang lapad po ng mga corner pockets po dito. So medyo mas narrow po siya compared sa dati pong mesa, yung Brunswick Gold Crown 4 na 4.5 inches po. So ito 4 1/4 o 4.25%. So mas masikip po siya ng 1/4 of an inch. And we will be right back with this match with Django Bustamante to break after this.
Batiin natin ang mga manonood natin dito no, on Facebook Live. Good friend of mine, Chin Franco.
Yun,
Ayan, the bad boy.
Ayun.
Tawagan namin dito sa Sharks dati, no?
Wow. And ayan, nasagot ko pala yung tanong ni Glenford Facun. So, 4.25 or 4.25 inches ang mga corner pockets natin dyan sa ating Acura table. And Jeff Seifert is asking what country are they playing in? Well, we are broadcasting live from Quezon City, Philippines, which is 12 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time, of Eastern Daylight Time, by the way. And that break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. Ooh, that's a nice break. And over on Facebook, Melvin Facun saying, pa-shoutout po mga sir, Facun family watching from Pampanga. So again, dakal salamat king support tayo kay Sharks at sana patuloy support tayo kay kami. Imingat kayo, ne?
And one of the reasons partner Francisco Bustamante at one point was considered to be the best 9-ball player in the world was because of that very powerful break of his.
Right? I mean, I think until now he still holds the record for the fastest break, officially measured break. I think it was 46 kilometers per hour, 40 something kilometers per hour.
Wow.
And I mean, considering the distance and everything, that's phenomenal. And just like that shot.
Grabe. This guy actually couldn't miss back in the early 90s. I gotta watch him some videos on YouTube. He was younger back then, maybe about, I think, 30 years old, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. And you remember, partner, that unlike a lot of the local players who went to the US, he made his name in Germany, over in Europe. That was where he actually built his reputation, which is also why he is very fluent in German. I think when he was with Ralph Souquet the last time, someone overheard him speaking in very fluent German.
Nice shot there, nice bounce. Where does it land? Oh, so I think he's good. Bustamante once again.
Yep.
Hindi talaga makatabla itong si Gabica.
That's right. And here comes Django.
Francisco Bustamante.
And there we go. And with that, guys, again, yours truly, the Great White Shark, will be signing off for today. And wishing all you guys to continue supporting Sharks and continue enjoying this match. So, of course, we hope to see you guys here very, very soon. And again, I'll leave you in the hands of my very capable partner, the one and only Professor Freeze, Aris Almario. And again, this is the Great White Shark Candidate saying, see you guys, and we'll see you soon, right?
And also, signing off is the Fluffy Megalodon, Kelvin Gomez Danyong. And see you tomorrow. I'll be opening shop again.
That's right. And again, coming up next to break, it will be Antonio Gabica right after this break.
Once again, the Pearl, Earl the Pearl Strickland is going to be here in the Philippines, playing here at the Mecca Pool. Sharks. Again, greetings to all. Thanks to Cannon and Kelvin for doing commentary for the whole day. Started 10 a.m. We also had Cannon coming in at 3 p.m. And so right now it's Professor Freeze with you up until the end of this amazing match featuring Bustamante and Gabica. Let it break. The Battle of the Breaks. Two of the hardest breakers that we have here in the Philippines in their heyday. Matching up here at Sharks, a 2-day event.
Break.
Race to 30 out of 60 for tonight. And tomorrow it's going to be up until 60. As we have Gabica right now to break. Again, this is brought to you by Andy Billiard Club.
One foul scratch.
And always a risk in breaking a bit too hard is losing control of that cue ball. And in this format of a game, 9-ball, and in the level of play of both players, scratching off the break probably would result in a loss for players scratching. High probability, but he has lost position just a bit. Well, at this juncture of this rank, Bustamante once again might be getting 3 points of a lead. This 9-ball once again for 22 points. That's Bustamante.
Winner, Francisco Bustamante.
Greetings to Mr. Teresa once again. Well, Alison Fisher, one of my favorite players But anyway, we'll see as in the next rack, Francisco Bustamante will be breaking. So stay tuned, we'll be back.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Once again, Battle Siege. These are matches featuring the great Shane Van Boning, the South Dakota Kid, against three of the best professional pool players that we have here in the Philippines, with the dates indicated at the top of your screens. Please do screenshot this poster that we have to be informed. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, Hard Time Sports Bar and Andy Billiard Cloth. All our sponsors, acknowledgements to them. All the events happen here because of their generosity. Well, Miss Allison Fisher, one of my favorite pro players in the women's division, Wei Wei. I'm not sure who Wei Wei is, but I think I've been watching a number of... I think Wei Wei is a Chinese Taipei player. They really are tough women players in the world. Yeah, phenomenal break. And again, thanks to Andy Billiard Cloth sponsor here at Sharks. Well, in the last moment, that 2-ball just covered most of that 1-ball, and Bustamante this time. Quite a challenging position to get it safe. Looks like a light blue chalk Bustamante is using, being asked here by Enteng Cabezote. Not quite sure what he's using, but I'm not very much informed with the brands. Maybe it's a master because it's color red. The skin is color red.
Winner, Francisco Bustamante.
Well, the 9 goes down via a carom shot from Bustamante. He now leads by 4 points. Again, it was the break that set up. Wow, he kissed the 1-ball off the 7. And he played a carom off the 2 to make the 9 in that corner pocket. Impressive play from Francisco Bustamante. Okay, so up next, we're going to be seeing Gabica, Antonio Gabica, to break once again. Let's see if he bounces back after that sorry scratch on the last break that he had. For now, he is trailing by 4 points against Francisco Bustamante.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. Battle tested. A warrior spear. Caw jump cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
And again, here at Sharks, we are hiring for the following job positions: graphic designers, data encoders, proofreaders, sports commentators, and analysts. Part of the broadcast production crew, we are in need of a video switch and a replay machine operator, official scorers, and cameramen. So once again, send your resumes to sharkjobs@protonmail.com. Indicate in the subject line, applicant for the specific role that you are applying for. And Reynaldo Mendoza, the Mr. Excitement, watching from Batangas while sipping some brandy and eating some calderetang kambing. Wow. Sana all, Kuya Ray. And we have here Miss Elaine. Well, Savannah Easton. Cute little girl. I think she's taller than Alex Pagulayan this time. And well, she definitely has a bright future ahead of her, getting all the experience playing in many tournaments in the US. And again, thanks to Andy Billiard Cloth sponsor here at Sharks. And we're 3 balls down. We're down to 3 balls with a 7, 8, and 9 here for Gabica after a nice break. So let me say some greetings to good friends here. Brian Patrick Santa Maria, Mr. Suave. And saying hello to all viewers. Oh, there's this 11-year-old kid. I'd like to shout out Apollo Miranda. Got to play with that kid. He's about 10 years old and he's maybe as good as me. Would you believe that? Wow. Anyway, there's Gabica who trims that lead down to 3 points once again. And hello to Miss Trish Durbin, the Missouri maiden. Thanks for tuning in. I'm back here for the meantime, and tomorrow as well, going to be covering the last day of this match. It's a race to 30. Excuse me, a race to 60. Tonight, it's a race to 30 out of the 60, and tomorrow is going to be the conclusion. So stay tuned. It's Francisco Bustamante who's going to be breaking in the next round. And again, the Philippine 9-Ball Open, the first ranking event of the BMPAP, that's the Billiard Managers and Players Association of the Philippines, is happening this coming April. Registration ends on April 2. Well, second day of April. Until then, you may register at Hard Time Sports Bar, for 300 Philippine pesos. Visit Hard Times at 59D Timog Avenue, Barangay South Triangle, Quezon City. And to Sheen Chick Yu, shouting out to Bing and Gemma watching from Davao City. You're very much welcome, Sheen.
Break.
And here's a break brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. Hard break there. It looks like a ball drop. That be the brown 7. Makes the 1. Lands ideally here on the 2. Drawing off this 2 ball should land him. A fairly straight in shot. Okay, stunning the cue ball. Could have been better. Like to be a better shot for Bustamante. Slightly off angle. How does how does Bustamante, how does he get from the red 3 to the 4? He's going to have to force this. Force it he did. It's going to have to bounce off the foot rail and just enough. Perfectly giving himself a chance with this angle, which I believe the center of the table should be ideal here for Bustamante as he takes on the next ball. That's going to be the 5. Ooh, and for a moment there, almost had a heart attack. Thought that 4 ball would stay up. Soft spin shot. Perfect angle on the 6. Bounce off 2 rails with top left. A straight in shot on the 8 is going to do the trick here for Bustamante to get on to 24. This 9 ball, Bustamante. Once again, 24 points. There you are.
Francisco Bustamante.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Anyway, presenting to you tag team winners. That is Johan Chua and Dominic Consulta earlier today, winning against Raji Patalinghog and Patrick Gonzalez. Congratulations to both players, Johan Chua and Dominic Consulta.
Break.
Anyway, here's Gabica to break. Again, thanks to Andy Billiard Cloth, pool cloth sponsor here at Sharks. Ooh. Close to a scratch there, maybe. And I'd like to greet a good friend of mine, a special friend of mine, special someone, Star Lim.
Push.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy, everybody watching here. It's a nice match featuring Bustamante, Hall of Famer, the BCA Hall of Famer, going up against one of the best players back in his heyday, that is Antonio Gaga Gabica, in a race to 30. 24 points for Bustamante. It's regular 9-ball rules. 1 ball on the spot.
Extension.
And it looks like a bank here. Oh wow, wait a minute. What a shot from Bustamante. Never saw that coming. Combination on the 1 to the 9. Even the referee is smiling. Couldn't believe what just happened. Pushed out that 9 ball. Gabica, on the other hand, tried to get it safe. Somehow the 1 and the 9 lined up for a combo. With limited space for pocketing that 9, he makes it. Wow. Well, Miss Terry Teresa, it's a race to 60 up until tomorrow. So tonight, it's 30 out of 60. So stay tuned. We're going to be seeing Bustamante to break as he heads on closer to the finish line for tonight.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. Battle tested. A warrior spear. Cod Jump Cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Congratulations, and presenting to you the winner of Sharks 9-Ball Showdown yesterday, March 18. That was Saturday. The Black Unicorn, Ferdinand San Andres, winning Sharks 9-Ball Showdown edition. 6, 1, and 10 are your magic numbers. Gary Arago, player 1, and James Lim, player 10, finishing on the podium as well.
Break.
Thanks again to Andy Billiard Cloth, our cloth sponsor here at the Mecca of Pool. And well, with that great break coming from Bustamante, Looks like an open layout. He's going to have to draw off the blue. Oh, a great break. And a lucky roll bumping the 5. Did quite sell out. We all thought it was going to be his rack quickly again. But, well, let's see. What could Gabica possibly do here? Let me say hello to Mark Anthony Serrano Ocampo. And shout out from Barangay Mabikal. Ayan, magandang gabi sa iyo, Mr. Mark Anthony Serrano Ocampo. May mga players kami dito, Mr. Mark Anthony, na kumpleto yung pangalan mo. We have Mark. We have Mark Valbuena. He used to be a player. We have Mark Velasquez, also a player. We also had Anthony Bulaklak in the amateur division. We also have Ryan Serrano and also Nino Ocampo. Kompleto. Kind of reminds me of them seeing your full name, Mr. Mark Anthony Serrano Ocampo. Wow. That was a lucky roll there from Bustamante.
Wow.
And this swing 4 is now good to go for Bustamante. Remaining 4 balls. 9 ball making it easier for the 9 ball, especially with it being close to the side. It's just a matter of landing ideally for every ball. Once again, ideal position. 1 rail. Bouncing off that foot rail, closing towards the brown 7. Well, overshot that by a bit. Can still cut this in. It's going to be just a bit touchy. Ooh, coming up with the miss. Francisco. Could have made him 6 points clear of Gabica's score. Chance for Gabica. Can make this 9 regardless of where the cue ball will land. And there you go, Antonio Gabica. And he will be breaking in the next rack as we head on there.
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Dark Horses winner, Anton the Dragon Raga. Anthony Raga, young gun, playing against 2 other professional players, but definitely Anton Raga just asserted himself as the best player for that matchup here at Sharks. 25-21, 4 points of a lead for Bustamante in the battle of breaks. Let it break. And 20 seconds before we head on to the break for Gabica, who wants to pull closer to that score of Bustamante. It's not over because it's a race to 60. Tonight it will end with who gets on to 30 points first.
Break.
And again, that's a break brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. He hammered that totally and he lands a shot on the one with an easy shot on the red 3. Grabe. Antonio Gabica, back in 2007, was hailed as the winner of the Philippine 9-Ball Open in that year. That was 16 years ago. Would you believe that? Though he goes for that bank, he will not sell out as he misses that. But still has left a possibility of maybe something for Bustamante, maybe a safety. Can't see him going offensive here. The question is, where does he hide? Where does he duck?
Place your extension.
Perfectly timed shot there. It seems like the 7 could be partially in the way here for the 6. Or maybe not. But having the cue ball this close to the foot rail makes this doubly hard. Gabica. And it wasn't a surprise that he missed that, but rather consolation getting behind the 9. Bustamante looks like he's gonna have to bring out his jump cue. In this match, we don't have limitations or restrictions as to the number of jumps they may play in this match. In other matches that we have, jump shots are limited to 5 for every night. Wow, look at this. He may be getting behind the 8 and the 9. Perfectly played. Who says Bustamante, a veteran player, doesn't know how to jump effectively? Great jump there. Hitting is hard. Maybe he could fluke the 9, but well, this now sells out. Putting some Martian draw English there on that shot on the 6. He lands with the shot out to the side. Bustamante. A lot of cue power. checks it off the foot rail and lands, well, fairly straight. A straight and forward shot here. Just wants to bounce off the side rail. This 9-ball for 26. Bustamante.
Winner, Francisco Bustamante.
It's Cebuano versus the Surigao native. Dennis Orculio versus Gabica. Coming soon here at the Mecca of Pool. And greetings to Mr. Angelo Escocia. Ayan, magandang gabi sa'yo. Thanks for calling me out here in the booth. Ay, nice game. Maraming salamat. Alam mo naman tayo, we compete, we have fun. Last week at Q Plaza, sometimes the balls roll your way talaga. Nakikisama mga bola, no? Yung gulong ng bola sa atin. And again, thanks again for tuning in. You're watching Francisco Bustamante, and that is Antonio Gabica racing to 30 for tonight. 60 up until 60 tomorrow. You just saw a break there brought to you by Andy Billiard Club. Thanks again, Mr. Angelo Escocia and Mr. Robin Diloy. Tama ba? Nibor. Shout out Tresenyo Villarista, Shark Fanatic, Paddy's Billiard Hall. Ayan, maraming salamat sa mga nanonood sa Paddy's Billiard Hall at kay Tresenyo Villarista coming from Nibor S. Diloy. And Rainiel Salinel, one of our professional pool players, has just tuned in. Maraming salamat dito kay Mr. Rainiel Salinel, and good luck to your future matches here in the Mecca of Pool. Ooh, what a shot there. Almost fouled. And to Mr. Michael Dakanay from Davao City, magandang gabi. And Jed De Castro, Mr. Jed De Castro, thank you for tuning in. To all our viewers, again, Sharks is going to be here to provide you with lots of pool action. Oh my, what a great counter safety. What a great response from Bustamante. He played a kick to get it safe. He contacted that one ball, one bumps the 8, and the cue ball stops behind the 4. Couldn't play it any better. Now has ball in hand. Looks like the 3 should be made to the side. Oh, excuse me. To the side via a great bank shot by Bustamante. Though he lands awkwardly. Going above the 9. Still a makeable shot, but not that time. Once again, how a single roll of that cue ball changes things. Could have been so easy had he landed just before he got over that 9 ball. Bank shot on the 4 is perfect. There you go. And this looks like a rack that Gabica should be able to clean up. Mr. Johnny Berezo Tuzon. Pa-shoutout kay Mr. Ramon Champion. Yes, if you're not wrong or mistaken, it's Mon Ancaha, I think. Maybe. Haven't been acquainted with Ramon Ancaha so far, but binabati ka ni Johnny Berezo Tuzon. And 2 balls for Gabica and just 1 right now. An easy 9 ball to trim that lead down to 4.
Winner, Antonio Gabica.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
Break. Push. Option. Right turn. Station, attention. Winner, Francisco Bustamante.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
Once again, welcome back here to Sharks, the Mecca of Pool. It is the Battle of the Breaks, featuring Francisco Django Bustamante and Antonio Gabica. And Thanks again for tuning in. 5 points of a lead for Bustamante, just 3 points more to end this night. Tomorrow, the second night. Saying hello to a very good friend of mine. Missing this good friend of mine so much, Mr. Leonard Padlan. Ayan. Also to Kay Padlan. Ayan, yung mag-asawa na napakababait. No? Mga founders ng Billarista.com club. Ayan. Leonard Padlan, shouting out kay Bernie Malehana, the newest member of the BDC community. And well, same here, Kuya Lay. Hope to see you soon. As well as si Ate Kay. Ayan. So, mga tropa natin sa billiard community yan. Well, maraming contributions na magaganda sila sa community ng bilyar. Having their own regular events being held. Just like here at Sharks, meron din tayong itong mga events natin, no, for the pros, for the amateurs. We have that. And for the viewers as well, diba? So talaga nga namang buhay na buhay ang bilyar sa Pilipinas. Ayan, tapos nagpapasalamat ito. Ina-acknowledge pala ni Mr. Angelo Escocia yung mga graphic artists natin. Napakaganda na mga designs nila when it comes to the posters. Totoo yun. They are putting in the work, the effort, and using their talents para mapaganda talaga tong live stream natin, as well as the tech team that we have here dito sa ating broadcast facility, doing their best to hand to you very great looking live streams. Well, hope to see you soon, guys. Anyway, Bustamante parang hindi nasasablay dito, no? This 9 ball for 28 points. Grabe lang. Vintage Francisco Bustamante cleans up. And let me say hello to David Lehman. Buenos dias. Well, for us here, it's buenas noches. And Mr. Jason Foster, hello. Jared Dresch. Yeah, 11 a.m. there, 11 p.m. here. And, well, Miss Elaine, Francisco, he wants to go home, maybe. But he'll be back here tomorrow to, once again, try to claim the title of being the winner of this event. We're going to be seeing Antonio Gabica breaking once again in this coming round. We'll be back.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Battle Siege is an upcoming event featuring the great SVB Shane Van Boning, the South Dakota Kid, who once again was here last September 2022 and being matched up right now with three of the best Filipino pool players, Orculio, Biado, and Corteza. The dates are as follows, being shown on your screens. Again, Battle Siege. Stay tuned for this. Thanks again to all viewers for acknowledging the efforts, the work that our broadcast production crew put in here at the Mecca of Pool. Simple spin, Mr. Matt Faraj. Is that how you pronounce your name, sir? Hope I said that right. And Miss Elaine and Mr. William Roberge. Good morning to you and good evening to you from the Philippines. Again, you're very much welcome watching here at the Mecca of Pool. Gabica 2007 Philippine 9-Ball Open is now here for the very first time here at Sharks. Again, that is a break brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. Oh, I see Mr. Matt Faraj Well, thanks again. Gets a ball off that break. A bit distant here on the one. One to the cue ball, to the pocket rather, and that was the reason why he missed that. There was just a lot of distance between that one ball and the pocket. Kick shot now, Bustamante. Oh, wow. That was a real first shot. Did he get lucky? Seems like he left maybe a bit of the one, or maybe the one can probably be made. Well, this vantage point, it looks like he can really make that. Doesn't want too much of an angle here on the two, though. It's going to be just a bit more difficult for him holding position for that red three. Again, to all viewers, you're very much welcome here. In behalf of Sharks, Professor Freeze would like to welcome you to all our live streams, amateurs, professionals. And oh, what a recovery there from Gabica. We're going to be having Earl here really soon, and I'm really excited. I mean, Earl Strickland, Ralph Suke, those are the guys that I used to watch on cable TV when cable TV was a thing back then. It's funny when I say it. Right now, everything I watch is on my phone, a tablet, or a smart TV. Earl Strickland and Francisco Bustamante, that's going to be a match. Hopefully. Reminiscent of that World 9-Ball Championship back in 2002. Make that 21 years ago. Oh, where is he landing? I think he still has the 7 to the side. Yeah, well, cable TV is still on, but not for me.
Winner.
And there you go. Gabica. Just trying to trim that lead down. Well, it was this rail first shot Bustamante took on. He tried to make that one. Could have landed nicely on the two. And a nice recovery here from Gabica as he lost easy position on the two. From that point on, he runs out. Mr. Liang Chunyen. Magandang gabi sa'yo, sir. And welcome back here at Sharks. We'll be back as we have a short break before Bustamante breaks again. Here at Sharks, we are hiring for the following job positions: graphic designers, data encoders, proofreaders, sports commentators, and analysts. Part of the broadcast production crew, we are in need of video switch and replay machine operators, official scorers, and cameramen. Once again, you may send your resumes to sharkjobs@protonmail.com. Please do indicate in the subject applicant for the specific role. And we have here a viewer who's related to Francisco Bustamante. It's Francis Bustamante Jr. Ayan, saying hello po sa lahat ng mga viewers at Sharks. TY po sa stream and good luck po kina Tito Gaga and kay Dad. Ayan, yung anak ni Francisco Bustamante. Here's your dad, Mr. Francis Bustamante Jr. He's breaking again thanks to Andy Billard Club. Wow. Alam mo, Mr. Francis Bustamante Jr. Itong si Erpat mo. One of my favorite players of all time aside from the great Efren Reyes. Panahon na nakakahiligan ko magbilyar, sila ang dahilan. Bringing honor to our country, winning a lot of pool tournaments back in the day. Nung kasagsagan nila, no? And here's a viewer here. Good evening to Miss Marie Isabel Airoso. Ayan, magandang gabi sa'yo. And Markang Pinoy, good evening to you, sir. And again, welcome here to Sharks, Mr. Francis Bustamante Jr. More matches for your dad will be coming soon. Kaya always invite others to watch as well our live streams. And it's going to be really great that others, all pool players, enthusiasts, and viewers, yung mga kahit hindi nagbibilyar, even those who haven't learned how beautiful this game really is, it would be really helpful if you do get to share our live stream, like our Facebook page, follow or subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do share it on social media for others to know that Sharks does exist. Wow. For some reason, don't know how, but Bustamante just got that safe using the 9. He came out from nothing. And going for the gold here is Gaga. And nice kick. What a shot. Mr. Cosme Fulanito, was that luck? Well, you always have to be lucky at some point, in my opinion. But is Efren playing in this tournament? Hopefully soon we might see the great Efren Reyes. I'd like to see Efren and Earl match out here. How about a race to 120 a la color of money? Also, one of my favorite matches of all time, The Color of Money. Imagine being part of a really, really great and historical event. And 3 rails position for the 9, possibly 4. Here we go. Here's the 3rd rail and the 4th rail. Just made it. Okay. There you go. 24 points for Antonio Gabica. Trimming down that lead to just 4 points for Bustamante. Anyhow, Mr. Francis Bustamante Jr., thanks again. And yeah, let's bring back billiards to its prime setup as we had that back in the late 90s when Efren won the World 9-Ball Championship. So again, stay tuned, guys. We're going to be seeing one of these players break. Bustamante with 28, Gabica with 24.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. Battle tested. A warrior spear. Caw Jump Cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Again, up until April 2 is the date when you can register for the Philippine 9 Ball Open for just 300 Philippine pesos. Also register for becoming a member of the BMPAP for 500 pesos. You may visit Hard Time Sports Bar to register, located at 59D Timog Avenue, Barangay South, Triangle, Quezon City. Hard Times is open from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. daily. And greetings to Mr. George Ong, Aurelio Ong Sr. Good evening to you, sir. Zimat Tarsi, one of our amateur players. Congratulations, by the way, for winning quickly in the 10-man round robin Sharks Nibel Showdown today. Ayan. Here's Gabica to break. Again, this is brought to you by Andy Billiard Club. A really powerful break there. It's so different when you're watching from a monitor, hearing it on the side, as compared to watching it live in the arena. Apparently, nobody's allowed there except for the players, the referee, and our cameramen taking the shots. Mr. Cosme Fulanito, yeah, thanks for the info from Uruguay. And thank you for admiring Filipino pool players. I mean, it's a... How did pool start here in the Philippines? Well, from what I know from history, it was the Americans who brought the game of pool to the Philippines back when we had American GIs situated or located in one of our air bases here in the Philippines, and during their pastime, during their rest days, would play the game of pool. Who would have thought that the game that Americans played would be loved and liked a lot by Filipino pool players? Oh, I see. Thanks for the info, Miss Elaine. The U.S. Navy. Oh, and Mr. Matt Faraj, your uncle was there. That interesting facts here. Ayan, nagparamdam na, no? Si Mr. Leonard Padlan ulit, no? Pakibati si Kay Padlan para sa akin. Ayan. Missing you guys. Anyway, here's Gabica, who's looking to break and run out right now. Once again, trimming that lead down to 3.
Winner, Antonio Gabica.
And once again, we're going to be having Francisco Bustamante come up with his own break. We will see how that turns out as we get back here at the Mecca of Pool, Sharks.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. battle tested. A warrior spear. Call Jump Cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Another major event of the BMPAP, a certified BMPAP event, the Quezon City 10 will open this coming, well, I believe that's in May. Registration is going to be open up until April 8. Again, you may visit Hard Times at 59D Timog Avenue, Barangay South Triangle, Quezon City from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. daily. Hard Times is open. And Mr. George Ong, and gamit ni Gaga yung compression sleeves ko. Well, apparently here in the Sharks Arena, it's freezing cold, so it does help wearing some kind of sleeves on your arms. Mahirap naman tumira ng nilalamig, no? Anyway,
Break.
here we are, Boosty to break. Again, this is brought to you by Andy Pillar Claw Water Break. Wow. I'm speechless, honestly. It's like nostalgic seeing the great Francisco Bustamante, one of my favorite players of all time, break so hard here in the Sharks Arena. Para bang dati, it was just like back then, I only watched Bustamante, Efren Reyes, Kiamco, Lining, also Antonio Gabica, and all the other pool greats play and watch them at ESPN, Star Sports, and other local channels that we had here. Never did I imagine that one day I'll be watching them live in the arena here at Sharks. Well, as well as SVB and Ralph Suke and Darren Appleton, Chang Jun Lin, all the greats. And remember, all those great players that I just mentioned were brought here by the Mecca of Pool. Yes, Mr. Matt Farage, Mike Siegel. How I wish I could have watched him in his prime as well as Mr. Nick Varner. I mean, especially in the 80s. Ooh, a miss there, and lucky enough for Gabica, rolling just enough behind the 5. He doesn't leave an easy shot here for Bustamante. Wow, that must be a good opportunity, Mr. DeRoby. Shooting with Nick. Oh my. Never leave this guy a 1 rail kick or 2 rail kick. I mean, definitely the protege of the great Efren Ray has learned something, or has learned a lot from the master. You know, the thing about those kicks for Efren Reyes, for Francisco Bustamante, they just do it so with so much regularity. It seems to be that It's just part of the game. Great kicks, great shot making, great breaks. These guys have it all. Six to the side and the 9 to the corner across. Here we are for the hill for tonight.
Winner, Django Bustamante.
And just another win for Bustamante. And that would be the conclusion for day 1 or night 1 here of this match. Battle of the Breaks. That is between Gabica, Antonio Gaga Gabica, and the great Francisco Bustamante. And what a great kick there. You're right about that, Mr. Gerard Dresch. These guys learned kicking when jump wasn't a thing then. Once again, welcome. And stay tuned because Antonio Gabica should be breaking in the next rack, looking to further delay the end to this match.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Interesting and fun matchup here. Tag teams featuring mixed doubles, professional and amateur pool players. That is Johan Chua and Dominic Consulta, who was the eventual winner of the earlier match today. March 19, Sunday, winning against Raji Patalinhog and Patrick Gonzalez. Congratulations to these guys here, Chua and Consulta. Again, to all viewers, thanks again for tuning in. 29 on the hill for 30 wins or 30 points for Bustamante to formally end the first night or the first day of this match. Tomorrow, it will be the conclusion up to 60 for both players, Gabica and Bustamante. So we'll see how that turns out tomorrow. But right now, let's see if Gabica can, well, add more points to his side of the ledger. Here's a break brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. Wow. Of all the times, of all the hard breaks that they came up with, this has to be the first time I've seen a dry break since the score was like 16 to 11. Well, this could be it. Bustamante just needs to make the 1 and maybe using inside spin or going around the 5 if he lands ideally on the 2. Wait a minute. Wow. He kissed the 6 and has developed that pocket for the pink 4 to be easily made. Wow. Oh, rail first. Lost control of the white. Looks like now the 5 is in the way. Or maybe not. Not sure if he would go for the side pocket position. He may draw off the 4, bounce it off. There you go, just like that. And as he lands, shape here for the green 6. Maybe take the 5 to the side. This could be it for tonight. Might go 3 rails, maybe. Seems like he's gonna draw off this green 6. Back towards the center. Looking ideally here for the 7 ball. Might slow roll this or maybe just kill it. Well, he killed it. And a nice easy shot here on the 9 for 30. Francisco Bustamante going to be leading by 5 once again as we close on day 1 here of the Battle of the Breaks. Gabica with 25, Bustamante with 30. Tomorrow, guys, it's going to be the conclusion as we head on there. Bustamante with not exactly a big lead, 5 points ahead of Antonio Gabica. And well, there you are, Django and Gaga. That is Francisco Bustamante and Antonio Gabica, 30 to 25. That's the end of day 1. And to all viewers out there, thank you once again for always tuning in. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, always at 10 a.m. in the morning. Tomorrow and every day we have amateur matchups, professional matchups. We also have the 10-man round robin, both amateur and professionals as well. And this special event here will be concluded tomorrow night here at the Mecca of Pool. So with that, I would like to say thanks for tuning in. This is Aris Almario, Professor Freeze. Once again, we'll be joining you tomorrow as we head on to this Battle of Breaks match. Good evening to all and good night.